Wait a second. Not defending the pirates here, but this menace Luffy just came in, laid out a third of their men in an instant, then ripped off a massive chunk of their ship and tried to squash them with it. You can't really get mad at them and call them weak. How are you supposed to prepare for a Luffy?
Hello, internet. How you feeling? How you living? You see this disclaimer right here? Yeah, I kind of need you to read that. Thank you.
Luffy is just moving his way up the roster to get that Menace of Society title. This guy has added yet another pirate crew to his list of victims. And yo, when I tell you he beat the brakes off this pirate crew, told them they were trash, and sent them packing like a bouncer in the club, this man honestly just can't be stopped. Let me tell you how this all started. Luffy, Zoro, and Nami are sailing, and Nami mentions that if they're going to this place called the Grand Line, then they would need to stop to get a better boat because it's insanely dangerous to go there, and the boats they have are just way too small. So they get to this small island and stop for food and to find a bigger boat. But when they get to the shore, they start getting shot at, and all these flags pop up from the bushes and trees. And then this guy comes out of the bush and says, "I am Usopp, the leader of the great pirates who has control over this village. If you pirates have come to raid, then I suggest you think again. Me and my 80 million men will have no choice but to put an end to you."
Bullshit.
Wait, hold up. Did this dude just say 80 million? This is a joke, right? 80 million on a small island like this? Nah, I don't think so, my guy. So of course he gets called out on that obvious lie. And look how he reacts. Your boy's dancing like a seaweed right now. So of course Luffy laughs at him because he just thinks Usopp is funny. But Usopp didn't like that, pulls out a slingshot and tells Luffy not to insult him. But Luffy just looks at him with that blank stare and then gets all serious. "Now that you pull your weapon out, put your life on the line. Those aren't just for threatening people." And this guy Usopp stuck, and then Zoro just laid on the pressure even thicker, saying, "We're the real deal, so choose wisely." Now Usopp is standing there sweating, thinking, these pirates look scary as hell. This one just seems off, and this other one looks like he'll take pleasure in slicing me up. You know what? Let's just not attack them. Hey, look, man, I give up. Please don't hurt me. And then they just start bugging. "Oh, don't worry, man, we're not gonna hurt you. We were just kidding." They get to talking, and it turns out Luffy knows Usopp because Usopp's dad is in Shank's crew. So they ask Usopp about this mansion that's on the island because they want to see if they can get a boat from them. But for some reason, Usopp freaks out, says they can never go there, and then runs out of the diner. Okay, I don't really understand, but all right, cool, do your thing. So sometime later, 3 kids show up calling themselves the Usopp Pirates, asking about Usopp. So Zoro messed with them, talking about, "We ate them." Got those kids thinking they're about to die, their life flashing before their eyes. So after these kids get back up from being the 3 little ghosts, they take everyone to the mansion and tell them about the girl that lives in the mansion. See, her name is Kaya. Her parents just died last year because of an illness, and now she's developed depression, and it's a pretty severe case of it too. So much so that she is bedridden. So Usopp comes here and tries to make her laugh by telling her funny made-up stories, but she has this mean butler that just won't let Usopp see her. They even got bodyguards at the front gate, so Usopp has to sneak in. So guess what this dude Luffy does? He's like, "Oh, Usopp's cool then. I'ma just go in and ask. Y'all cool with that?" And then Gomu no rockets himself and everyone else into the mansion grounds right in front of Usopp and Kaya. But they didn't even get to talk before that mean butler, Clor is his name, came walking up, killing the vibe. And you know what? I wouldn't have even been upset at this man if he didn't come at this the way he did. Because I mean, who wouldn't be pissed if some random ass people force their way onto your property? You be mad too. But this dude right here is just ugh to me. This is pretty much how it played out. Look at this. "Who are you people? Who gave you permission to be here?" "But Clor, they're here." "I will hear what you have to say later. What do you people want? Can we have a ship?" "No." "Oh, I just wanted a ship."
I know, man. I know.
"And you, Usopp, I know you're back there. Get down here right now. I heard about you and your deadbeat pirate father. I heard he abandoned you and your dying mother, and now you're all alone. Tell me, did you ever receive that milk?"
My friend.
You see what I'm saying? Dude's just rude for no reason. So of course Usopp ain't just gonna let him say that and dance him in the face. Like, how you just gonna talk trash about my dad like that, right? Like, I'm not tripping. Right in front of me? To me? Oh nah, we not letting you slide on that one. Yeah, he may be a piece of shite, but he's my piece of shite, and I'm not gonna let someone like you say some mess like that. But of course sweet Kaya tells him to stop because she doesn't want to see violence, but she still lets Clor kick everybody out. And hey, look, man, I'm not judging, okay? okay, I understand her situation, but all I'm saying is you let another human being, someone that you employ, disrespect your friend and cut you off in the middle of you speaking in your own home. This person does not care for you. All I'm saying is just think about it. And look at Luffy in the back, mad, ready to punch him too. I feel you, Luffy. Trust me, I do. So Usopp and Luffy disappeared and the rest are just chilling outside, and this random Michael Jackson cosplayer comes moonwalking out of the woods. Bro got the hand on the hat and stomach and everything. Your boy is deep in character. So of course they asked a question that's plaguing everybody's mind right now. What is a Michael Jackson cosplayer doing here? I am not a cosplayer. You sure about that? You do the backwards walk and everything. Can you do the hee hee? So it turns out this guy is a hypnotist, but for some reason he also hypnotizes himself too. Wait. So what happens if he hypnotizes someone into slapping themselves? Does he just slap himself too? Ooh, what if he hypnotizes someone for their money? Is he gonna go like, here you go, me? Oh, thank you, me. So sometime later, we see Usopp just sitting on the cliff, contemplating life and his decisions, and Luffy just pops out of nowhere in his face. Like, whoa, B, where did you come from? My soul just left my body right there. They get to talking and they see some people walking on the shore, and it is none other than that butler and the Michael Jackson cosplayer. And at the time, I'm thinking, this is random. That mean butler and the cosplayer having a clandestine meeting on the shore. Either this is real sus or this is real sus. And boy, was it sus. These guys are making a plan to have this innocent little town attacked by pirates, and then when all this is happening, they're gonna hypnotize Kaya into signing her will over to Klahadore and then murderizing her. Oh nah, man, this is just sick. There ain't no way they planning this. So Luffy, with no hesitation, no plan, just stands up and says, hey, killing these people is not nice. And look at Usopp. He's freaking out by that insane decision from Luffy and tries to save it by saying, hi guys, we actually didn't hear anything you guys were saying. We were actually just leaving, so y'all just go ahead and enjoy y'all's little stroll. But Luffy shut that down instantly. Nah, we heard everything. At this point, I think Luffy just like messing with people. Your boy just out here trolling everybody. So Klahadore gives MJC that you know what to do look. So he tries to hypnotize them to sleep. Usopp jumps to cover on instinct, but Luffy just keeps looking like, ooh, what is that guy with the very sharp looking ring thingy doing? So of course, Luffy gets hypnotized and fall off the cliff. Now everybody thinks he's dead, but they do not go after Usopp. In fact, Klahadore told Usopp to his face, go ahead and tell the whole town. It's not like anything you do is gonna matter anyway. You can't stop me. And the reason he says this is because it turns out Usopp is the town liar. It's an everyday occurrence that Usopp runs through the town and screams, the pirates are coming, the pirates are coming. The classic case of the boy who cried wolf. So I'm sure you can guess what happens when he goes to the town and tell everybody what's going on. Not a single soul believes him. He even tries to go tell Kaya, but she doesn't believe him either. So he just says F it and yoinks her out of there, but she slaps the taste out of his mouth and calls him pathetic. God dog, that even hurt me. Ooh, tragic. And then another one of her butlers comes out and shoots Usopp with the gun, so he has to run away. Eventually, he meets up with everyone and they ask him what he's gonna do about it. And my boy Usopp the Brave coming out with a top tier promo line saying, I was too optimistic thinking everybody was gonna believe me. I'm a liar. So that's what it's gonna be. For everyone in the village, it is going to be just a normal day. That's why I'm going to stop the pirates at the beach tomorrow so that my words can stay lies. It's the only logical thing for a liar like me to do. I will protect this village. And I'm sitting there tearing up like, yes, Usopp, yes, that's my boy right there. That's how we do it in brave Usopp City. Even though your legs are shaking like sticks in a thunderstorm, I am with you, my guy. So the morning comes and the pirates are preparing to raid the village. So Usopp hatches this cheeky little plan to pour oil on the slope of the only entrance that the pirates can come into the village by. So all they have to do is just catch the pirates slipping and pick them off. But there's one itty bitty flaw in this plan. There's another shore just like it on the north side of them, and that's where the pirates are coming from, where their boats are at. How they forgot? I don't know. So now it's a race to the north shore, but we kind of run into some issues with that too. First, Luffy just ran off not knowing what direction north is, and then Nami slips on some of the oil. So she grabs onto one of Zoro's swords and brings him down with her. She then decides to use Zoro as a human bridge and run across his back to get out of the oil, and then left him there talking about, sorry Zoro, my treasure's in danger. I'm sure you can figure this one out on your own.
Come on now, dog.
Yo, this girl just ain't right, bro. This girl just ain't right. Ain't gonna lie though, I probably would have done the same thing. Like, she slipped by accident and just tried grabbing what's in front of her. I didn't mean to drag you into this situation, but now you're in it. It's either gonna be one of us or both of us. And I saw my shot, so I just took it. Plus, you gotta admit, that was pretty clutch though, wasn't it? Now let's go figure out a way for you to get out of this slope. Not run away and say, figure it out yourself.
So Usopp is the first one to get there, and yet again, he starts off with another insane lie, talking about he has a 1 million followers under him, so they better not mess with the village. And when that didn't work, he offered up Nami's 5 billion berries for them to go away. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea.
Son, are you real smart or real stupid?
If they plan on raiding the village, did he really think they would have just left all that money behind? Yeah, I don't think so. And Nami did not like Usopp offering up her money at all though, because she came running quick and blasted him in the face and started fussing at him about it. Then she straight up faced the pirates and told them that if any one of them touches her money, she's gonna go down there and kick all of their asses. Dang, Nami really do got some balls on her, I gotta admit that. The pirates start to advance, so they throw cow traps on the ground to slow them down, but Nami accidentally throws some behind them as well. So now they're trapped between the cow traps and evil bloodthirsty pirates. And yo, this is when the tone of this show completely shifted for me, because it's been hinted at before in this show and I knew it in my heart, but yo, this pirate game ain't no joke. God dog, Usopp just got mollywopped and now he's dead. Lord, I just met him and now he's dead. Can we do an instant replay on that? Because that shot was nasty. Usopp took his eye off his opponent and it cost him dearly. Bam! Just like that, got laid out. You could count to 100 and he still won't be kicking out of that. But I gotta give it to Usopp though, because your boy got a whole crater in his head and he's still trying to stop these pirates. Nami tries to help by running them in the face, but get knocked down by this other pirate. So now they're both down and no one can stop the pirates from raiding the village. Let me put this next part into perspective for you. Say your town is getting attacked by pirates and you try to stop them. Of course you can't win and get beat up within an inch of your life. And as you lay there watching in utter hopelessness, not being able to do anything as these pirates run past you to do horrible, unspeakable things to the people that you grew up around your whole life, and the next thing you see is bodies flying over your head. Yeah, Usopp, I'll be making that same face too. Up walks Luffy and Zoro, totally ignoring the pirates that are right in front of them, and then start fussing at Nami and Usopp. Like, Zoro is pissed because Nami did him dirty, and then Luffy is pissed because Usopp didn't tell him what direction north is. What? You're the one that just ran off before I could tell you. What do you even say to them right now? Hey, guys, y'all want to kind of stop fussing at each other right quick? There are pirates that want to attack you that's right in front of your face, and even they're confused. That's what's going on right now. And while all this is happening, that butler Clor is just sitting on the steps, all suspiciously evil and grumpy. And why is he outside sitting on the steps like he's plotting a school shooting? I'll tell you why. So last night, Clor and that sheep butler was talking, and Clor sees the glasses that Kaya got him for his 3-year anniversary to show him that she appreciates him for taking care of her. That's sweet, right? He didn't think so. He takes the glasses and then stomps them. And then when the sheep butler is like, bro, what are you doing? He pulls out these finger blades from his inventory looking like a fancy Freddy Krueger and then slices that butler to shreds. And then this man walks into Kaya's room while she is sleeping and brings those blades so close to her face, like, ooh man, chill out, that tickles, and not the ha-ha tickle. And then just walks out of the room. So now it's morning time and he's just sitting there waiting. But he gets tired of that and then simply just gets up and starts walking. So we cut back to MJC and he's all worried because they were already supposed to be raiding the town. So this guy starts hypnotizing the pirates to become stronger and for their wounds to heal. There's no way that's possible, right? Oh no, it's very possible. All these dudes start screaming and this one pirate broke a whole chunk out of a cliff and I'm sitting there with my jaw dropped to the floor like, holy smokes, this is not good. And then they start charging. But Luffy is just standing there, not moving. And then you can hear this man start growling like a dog. And then he starts screaming. So this man Luffy got hypnotized too. So your boy just starts running towards them screaming Gomu Gomu no with his fist stuff and then starts punching. But those punches turn into like 20 Gatling gun. Absolutely right to everybody. Coming back with this sweet reload animation. Good
God, Luffy, that's what I'm talking about.
And then he looks at them, still gurring, and then runs at them. So they all get scared and start running away, but Luffy isn't attacking them. This dude is running straight along right with them. And look at all their faces. They don't know what to do. Luffy keeps running past everyone all the way until he gets to the pirate ship and then just grabs it. Did he want to hug the ship or something? I'm confused. So I'm sitting there confused like, Luffy, what are you doing? Why are you just hugging this pirate ship? And then this dude starts pulling on it. And when I say pulling on it, I mean this dude completely rips it off with his bare hands. Nah, ain't no way. Zoro is just as shook as I am, because did that really just happen right in front of me? I don't even know what to say here. And then Luffy just looks back at the pirates and then starts chasing them with it. Like, what? Luffy, what are you doing? So MJC did the first thing he could think of and just hypnotized Luffy, making him fall asleep. But in doing so, Luffy still dropped the figurehead, letting it crash down on everyone. Now Luffy is just laying there under the wreckage snoring. Somebody please tell me what's going on here. All that craziness got the attention of two dudes that were still on the ship. And let me ask you, have you ever heard of HBK, the Heartbreak Kid? Well, let me introduce you to HBC, the Hunchback Cat, and his brother, Cowbell. So MJC tells them to attack Zoro. So Hunchback Cat starts running at Zoro like he's a crying child, and Zoro's just standing there confused like, seriously? I don't know how to react to this. Do I cut him? I don't, this is weird. Stop it. Like, think about it. If you're getting into a fight with somebody and they start running at you like that, you ain't gonna want that person coming near you at all. Like, what are you doing? Please don't come near me acting like that. I don't even want to fight you anymore. You're just strange. And then in the flash, Hunchback Cat pounces, making Zoro have to block. But then when Hunchback Cat jumps away, he now has two swords on his back. Zoro's swords. This dude does swipe Zoro's swords, and Dora couldn't stop him. And then he just tosses them behind him onto the ground. Zoro automatically gets pissed because how you just gonna disrespect his swords like that, and immediately slices Hunchback Cat in half and then runs to his sword. So I'm sitting there like, that's why you shouldn't mess with Zoro. That's why your ass got sliced in half. But that thought instantly got smacked out of my mind, because as Zoro was running to his sword, Hunchback Cat spawns behind him, pouncing on him like a legit cat, and grabs Zoro's arm, making him fall on his face. And now he's trapped, so they go for a tag team move. Cowbell jumps and tries to hit Zoro in the head with a 10-ton curb stomp, but thankfully Zoro gets out of the way, because yo, look at that crater he put into the ground. Zoro's head would have been popped like a balloon. Good God. But then they start to attack Zoro together. Hey ref, that is illegal. Get him out of here. But unfortunately, there ain't no ref in the pirate game. So now it's a 2-on-1 handicap match, and Zoro just stuck with one sword. Usopp tries to help and shoots at one of the cat pirates, but Zoro just gets in the way and takes the hit instead, because he doesn't want Usopp to draw the aggro to him. But that moment of distraction gave Hunchback Cat and Cowbell the opening that they needed, and they both clawed Zoro's chest open. But Zoro gets right back up and the match continues. So Nami gets up and runs to Zoro's sword, but as soon as she gets to them, Django is right there and then slices her shoulder open, taking her out. So now we got Usopp all beat to hell, Nami down, Zoro locked in a 2v1, and then Luffy snoring under a ripped off chunk of shit. And then you see him, Klaha freaking Dor, standing up at the top of the slope looking all menacing. So now all of the pirates just stop what they're doing, and all of them are scared. Let me take a step back and tell you about this man, Klaha Dor. See, his name is not Klaha Dor. His actual name is Captain Kuro. And this man needs help. So we get a flashback sometime before Klaha Dor was a butler. He was an infamous pirate captain named Captain Kuro. So one night, Captain Kuro is on his ship and he's getting attacked by the Navy. And this man is just sitting inside of the ship in this dark room with all the lights off, looking all gloomy and depressed. He's like, I'm done with being a pirate. Wait, what did you just say? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these loud, obnoxious men out there. I'm sick of the Navy attacking us every time they see our ship. This is the third time this week and I am sick of it. I don't know what to tell you, man. You killed a lot of people. Shoot, you killed a lot of the Navy's people. And you know how sensitive they get when you kill one of their own. Then I guess I'll just have to die. And then he walks outside, took a small boat and sailed to the Navy ship. Then suddenly the firing stopped and everything gets real quiet. So the pirates go check it out. And what we are laid witness to is the scene of an absolute massacre. I mean, every single soldier on this ship is dead. And this man, Captain Kuro, is just standing in the middle of it with his death fingers in this poor soldier. soldier. He stands up and kick over this Marine and he's still alive. Wait a second, isn't that Captain Morgan? And he tells Django to hypnotize Morgan and one of his crew members so they can trick the Navy into thinking they caught the real Captain Kuro. Yes, I'm telling you, this man casually just strolled up to a whole Navy ship, murderized everyone, hypnotized his underling into thinking he was Captain Kuro, and let him get straight up executed. Hypnotized Captain Morgan after cutting off his arm and shattering his jaw into thinking he was the great man who captured Captain Kuro, and then dipped out to live on a secluded island as a butler. Yeah, no wonder Captain Morgan act the way he does, cause that is crazy. This dude just drops his bags, lifts up his glasses and says, "You really let those kids hold you up from being on time? Is this really how far the Black Cat pirates have fallen? We knew he was gonna stand up to us. What I didn't count on was that you all would be so weak that you couldn't handle it." Wait a second, not defending the pirates here, but this menace Luffy just came in, laid out a third of their men in an instant, then ripped off a massive chunk of their ship and tried to squash them with it. You can't really get mad at them and call them weak. How are you supposed to prepare for a Luffy? And then in a massive twist, Hunchback Cat and Cowbell just snapped off talking about, "Did you really just call us weak? I think you might want to try that again. While you've been all cozied up here in this pompous, sissy little lifestyle of yours, we've been on the seas sinking pirate ship, getting stronger. We are the Black Cat pirates, so you best get it right and put some respect on our name or we'll kill you." And then they rush Kuro, blowing straight past Zoro, and boy, they got the faces like they ready to eat. But then Kuro starts dancing like Happy Feet, a Dance Dance Revolution put together, and as they strike, he disappears, replaced by his empty bag. And then this dude just appears in the most horrifying way. "Who did you say that you were gonna kill?" Oh boy, that sent shivers down my spine. They tried to turn around, but Kuro did his little dancey dance again and disappeared. Got them looking around lost. He done broke their cameras, cause look at this. This guy was just dancing around them. And then he appears behind them and gives them the gentle embrace of death. You move a single inch and you're getting sliced up. You know what? I may have been a little harsh there, so I forgive your little outburst. 3 years has made me a little sluggish, so I'll give you 5 minutes. If you can't get this done in 5 minutes, then I'll kill all of you with my own 2 hands. Oh no, that is terrifying. Got everybody wetting their pants. Yeah, we can make 5 minutes work, right guys? 5 minutes is easy. You heard the man, go get him. So of course they all charge, but Nami comes in with the blind tag and kicks Zoro's swords over to him with a kick that would make any football fan proud and every swordsman pissed off all at the same time. Zoro catches them and get into his stance. Tiger trap, and one-shots both of them. And then he looks back at him and says, "I guess you just don't get it, do you? Just having 3 swords and knowing 3 sword style is completely different."
God damn, man, that was cool as ice.
And then he points his sword right at Kuro and says, "Don't worry, I'll crush every single one of you before those 5 minutes are up." Jesus, Zoro, go ahead and cook, baby. Cowbell comes out of his half-dead coma and says, "Django, I won my gulag. Hypnotize me, I promise. I'll slaughter him." So Django does it, and then Cowbell starts morphing and crackling like he's a werewolf in Underworld, and then turned into a roided out world's strongest man. Yo, his footsteps made craters in the ground. Had Zoro so shook he dropped the sword out of his mouth. But Nami, like the opportunist that she is, sees her moment and then books it to Luffy as fast as she can. She's like, "If you don't wake up already," and stomps Luffy in the face. Well, that's one way to wake him up. That wasn't very nice though. Django peeped this, however, so now there's a chakram flying right at Nami's head. Luffy wakes up and grabs her by the leg, getting her out of the way, but immediately gets hit with the chakram in the face. But Luffy is 2 for 2 with catching stuff in his teeth and shatters it. And then he starts yelling at Nami. See, look at this. They're thinking the same thing I am. As an enemy combatant, how am I even supposed to react to the scene that I am witnessing in front of my face right now? This dude just caught my chakram in his teeth, and now why is this dude yelling at his own teammate when I'm right in front of him trying to kill him? But by this time, the time is up. Kuro's been counting down this whole time, and he's been getting itchy. But then, out of nowhere, Kaya comes running up from the forest behind Kuro, and on instinct, he attacks, because you can't just run up on somebody like that and expect not to get got. And thank God Usopp was right there, so he jumped and took the hit for her. Kaya looks up at Kuro, now knowing everything that's going on, and asks him to stop, saying that she would give him all her money if he left the village and didn't attack. But this evil, diabolical, manipulative piece of you-know-what says to her, "I will gladly take your fortune. But you see, this quiet life here, I quite like it. So I think you should just accept this and die.
Whoa, 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 hey.
So Kaya, trembling, pulls out a gun and points it at Kuro. So Kuro instantly starts manipulating her again, getting all sweet and everything. Also, he can just take the gun out of her hand and tell her that he's been waiting for this day since the day he got there. Oh no, he did not. And that just pissed Usopp off. So he grabs the gun and shoots at Kuro, but his happy feet is too quick. So he gets behind Usopp, encasing his head with those finger blades. And ooh, didn't I tell you to stop that, man? I told you, that tickles. But Kuro don't know he got the king of menace activity standing there listening to all that BS. So he gets a Gomu Gomu no pistol straight to the face. Yo, and look at Luffy. Your boy said he took pleasure in hitting you in the face. And then, if things couldn't get any more complicated, those three kids from earlier came running out of the woodwork and started smacking Kuro in the face with pans and shovels. Oh, these brave, stupid kids don't know they just signed their own death warrants. Kuro just stands up, walks over to Usopp, and kicks the mess out of him. Bro, that was so unnecessary. So he tells Django to get his will from Kaya and get rid of those kids, and that he'll handle Luffy himself. But as Django is about to move forward, Zoro just puts his sword in front of him and says, nah, you ain't going nowhere. So the worded out cowbell charges up his power bar, jumps from the top rope, and tries to hit Zoro with the 1,000-ton curb stop and completely demolish the whole landscape. Look at Usopp's lifeless body just falling. So now Zoro is looking around in the dust, and then a hand comes out of nowhere. He blocks it, but then gets smashed into a wall. Usopp sees all this going on, and while he's all battered and bruised, he cuts another passionate promo.
Usopp Pirates, I'm giving you the most important job right now. We formed the Usopp Pirates to become men who protects what's important to us. So protect Kaya. That's a direct order.
And of course, they're like, hi, Capitan, and starts to take Kaya away. And I'm sitting there just bawling my eyes out because you can't tell me that won't just be beautiful. But Usopp's not done there. Django starts to go towards them, but Usopp, coming in clutch with the distraction, smacks him right in the back with the slingshot, allowing them to get away. And he's like, gotcha, bitch. But at the same time, Zoro's like, bro, I'm tired of you trying to claw my face off. So he uppercut kicks Cowbell to create some space and then finish him off with a cross cut. And look at this man styling and profiling, flexing on everybody.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to acknowledge that this guy is awesome.
We cut back to Usopp, and he is trying his best to get up. I mean, your boy is struggling. And then he finally makes it up, but then falls right back down. Your boy is just too hurt. He can't even move. And then all of the pirates just start laughing at him. And boy, that set Luffy off. This menace chunked the whole boulder at them, stood up at the top of that thing and said, laugh again, I dare you. And that shut everybody up. So Zoro, like the man he is, goes to carry Usopp to go find Kaya and the kids. But Kuro didn't like that and tries to stop him. And all you see next is Luffy's hand come flying at Kuro. And he dodges, but here comes Luffy again with that combination clothesline from hell. Hold up. Did you really think we were just gonna skip to the main event like that? That's not how it works. While we got it paused, take some time to like the video if you haven't already. And hey, maybe even subscribe. How wonderful would that be? So then we cut to Kaya and the kids running away from Django, but they can't really get too far because Django is like the ultimate lumberjack, just cutting down trees effortlessly looking for him. And then also Kaya is sick, so it's hard for her to run in these woods. So the kids come up with the idea to ambush Django. They lure him in by raising a white flag and surrender. So when he walks forward, they start their mission. First, they trip him with a rope and then dump pepper in his face, making this man start sneezing. And then they didn't waste any time, hit him with the pan in the nuts, got this man blue like a Smurf sneezing, and then followed up that combo by dumping a giant log on his toes. And then they go for their finishing move, the triple Usopp pirate smash. But again, these are kids and this is a whole grown-ass pirate. So he dodged the first two, caught the other one by the throat, and then threw him in the tree right along with the other two right behind him. So Kaya comes out ready to end it all. This girl steals his chakra and then holds it up to her neck, saying if he just kills those kids, then he's not getting nothing. She's about to off herself right now. So MJC agrees and Kaya signs the will. But as soon as she's done, this dude pins her up to the wall, ready to kill her. But all this time has given Zoro and Usopp time to find him. So now Zoro is on the hunt, but they are too far. But the kids coming out of nowhere hit Django
Django with the 1,000 years of death with a freaking shovel. Oh my god, that had to hurt. So he just kicks them away. But by that time, Zoro done found his target, and it wasn't MJC. It was a tree branch. So when he cuts it off, guess who's in the back? Ready to hit the sniper of his life. Boom! Headshot. Sent Django right back to base. And now, everybody, we get to the main event of the evening. This match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, he is the Laughing Menace, Monkey D. Luffy. And his opponent, he is the former captain of the Black Cat Pirates, the man you should not hug, Kuro. So Luffy comes in with the clothesline from hell, but of course Kuro dodges it because he's just too quick and gets behind Luffy to attack, but he dumps his head and then gets into position for the Gomu Gomu no spear. But Kuro again is too quick though, and he dodges. Kuro rushes in, but Luffy slings his arm forward to stop the advance of Kuro and then comes in with the drop kick. But Kuro rotates his shoulders to knock Luffy off course, and Luffy must have been watching some Booker T though, because he hits the spin on Rooney and throws out a Gomu Gomu no whip. Kuro jumps, but Luffy says, no, 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 that's not it, and fires a Gomu Gomu no pistola. He dodges again, but this time he's standing on Luffy's arm and then runs across it to kick him in the face. What? Who is this man? Kuro then runs at Luffy again to stab him, but Luffy throws his arm back, grabs a freaking boulder, and blocks it. So now his blades are stuck in the boulder, so Luffy grabs that boulder tight, and when I say tight, I mean this dude crushed it, and then snaps the blades off his hand and smash Kuro with it, straight up sandwiching him. And look, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I called this before it happened because something in my soul was just telling me this is how it was all gonna go. The pirates start to cheer on Kuro, telling him he can do it and everything, but Kuro just snaps off on them, telling them all to shut up, and that when he's finished killing Luffy, he's gonna slaughter all of them.
This is a sickness of the highest order.
This man had no plan of letting them leave anyway. He was gonna kill them all from the beginning. And then he goes on a little rant talking about how pirates are nothing but pawns to him. They do as he says, and they'll die when he tells them to die. And the whole time Luffy is just standing there saying nothing, giving him that piercing to your soul look. And Kuro couldn't take that, so he lost it, talking about, don't talk down to me, you little brat. Nah, G, he ain't say nothing. You just knew everything you were saying was just absolute horse shit. Don't get mad at him because you're a psycho and you know it. Luffy just looks at him and says, did you get that all out? Do you feel better now? You know what's crazy? You got all these pirates under you, and even though Usopp's playing pretend pirate, you're still trash compared to him.
What did he say?
And Kuro, not believing what he just heard, just laughs and is like, you think a kid who's pretending to be a pirate is better than me? So Luffy, with that big old smirk on his face, just says, duh, you're doo-doo. So Kuro starts his happy feet dance back up and goes to attack Luffy, but he sees this coming and hits him with the ring around the rosy backhand to the face, and then styled on him with this parkour backflip twist. Look at him. And then look at Kuro getting up, fixing his hair, trying to act like he ain't just getting dumpstered on. Bro, everybody saw it live and in color. Don't try to play it off like you just tripped and caught yourself. You ain't fooling nobody. And then this dude starts rocking side to side like he was getting possessed, and it finally just finished. But now all the pirates are freaking out, all scared, begging him to stop. And I'm sitting here like, what is going on? And then Kuro looks up and he has those Undertaker eyes. Oh snap, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I think I just pooped myself. And then poof, he's gone, disappeared without a trace. And I'm sitting there looking around like I think I'm going to find him. It's silent for a good while, and everybody's just standing still. Random Pirate 87 gets sliced up, and then another one, and bodies are just dropping one after the other. Yeah, this man is killing his own crew. This dude is running so fast that he can't see where he's going. Got Luffy so shook seeing the insanity that's happening right in front of him. He's just standing there getting sliced up, and he's not even reacting. And then Luffy just snaps and starts screaming at him for dicing up his own teammates. Cause bro, friendly fire is not cool. And getting sliced again, but this time Luffy uses this to catch his ass and slam him into the ground. And you know what's crazy? That blank piercing to your soul look that Luffy has is so real. Cause Kuro is talking his BS monologue again,
again, and Luffy's just still staring at him with it. Even when Kuro got those blades pointed directly at his face. I'm just saying, if I'm talking to Luffy and he gives me this stare, then I might just have to start rethinking what I'm doing with life. So Kuro starts up his dead man sway again and disappears. So he tries to attack Luffy from the front, but this is how you know Luffy got Kuro downloaded already and is ready to pin this man for the 1, 2, 3. Luffy just tilts back to dodge, still looking this man dead in his eyes with that look of his. And look, Kuro is trying to play it off with a smile like he ain't shook to his absolute core right now. So shook that he had to stop and start getting nasty with it. I'll carve you up all nice and slow. By the time I finish with you, you'll know what true fear is. And then does his dead man sway and disappears again. But like I said, Luffy done got this man downloaded. So while Kuro was running around, Luffy saw his moment and took it. And how strong is Kuro's fingers? This dude got blades straight in front of his face, going so fast I'd expected them to be peppering him in the face, but he's holding them still. No lie, he'd be a beast at rock climbing. But Luffy grabbed Kuro's leg and tripped him up, then wrapped all his limbs up so he couldn't move, and then head-butted him. And just like Zombie Land rule number 2, he sent his head back far, and when I mean far, I mean far, and then hit him with the gomu gomu no bell, and then double tapped his ass, knocking Kuro out for the 1, 2, 3. Ring that bell, baby. And then Luffy just picked them up, looked at the pirates, told them to leave the island and never come back. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby.
Ain't no high-speed chase, I ain't trying to run away. Why I'm pouring double folds, cause I came from Section 8. Say she's sorry for whatever, tell her sorry, she too late. I ain't coming to the function if my gun can't be my date. I've been working on my beats, till they find a way to hate. God don't move all of my ops, I'ma send him to his gate. Applying pressure kinda heavy, you can say I'm overweight. Hit the E-way on probation, I can reach from state to state, yeah.